This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
What does homeless look like? Our traditional view of homelessness might not fit these images from Crossroads Mission in Kearney and in Hastings. A lot has changed since 1983 when it first opened, except the core desire from Christian people to help others in need. The First Baptist Church of Hastings and some dedicated volunteers started Crossroads in, of all places, an old funeral home.
We discovered there were lots of men especially coming to the church off the railroad and other places. We were the nearest downtown church, and lots of needy people coming, and rather than just give them a sandwich or a cup of coffee or a few bucks in the gas tank and get rid of them, wanted to do something more than that and try to help them in a more substantial way. I do remember the name of the mortuary, the Livingston Butler Funeral Home, and we could change the name on the front of that, and it was the Living Fun Home if you crossed out some of the letters.
Rob and Joyce Donnell were also among that early group at the Baptist Church.
We were both in the lower range of income, and we knew what it meant to get some help.
And it's just amazing what we started out with in the funeral home there, and what it's become here now. They've done wonders from it.
Today, Crossroads can house up to 154 people between the Hastings and Kearney locations. Individuals, couples, and families arrive at the doorstep due to many different circumstances.
I lived with my grandmother, and she died of cancer. It was a year ago on the 17th of December she passed away, and so I moved out of her house. So that's why I'm here now. I used to take care of her every day.
I lost my job, I lost my place to live, I had no money saved up, I had nowhere to live. You know, I was camping out in my car, which was all right.
My year started off in not such good terms, being pretty much destitute.
And without Crossroads, I don't know, I probably wouldn't have kept my baby in all reality, because, I mean, I don't know. I would have kept her, but it definitely would have been a lot more difficult. And this has given me enough time to get on my feet again and be prepared to be a single mom in this world, because it's tough.
And today we can be filled with His Holy Spirit.
Crossroads is more than just a homeless shelter to these and other guests. It's a safe, Christ-centered place to take the time they need to restart.
When people come to Crossroads, they are probably more open to change and more open to the gospel than at any other time in their lives. It is a time when everything else has failed, and they're willing to consider learning new things, doing things differently.
Sometimes I believe God will stop you in your tracks to make you realize that you can't live in this world by yourself. You do need Him. You do need His guidance.
I didn't have Christ before I came. And then when I did come, the foundation of Christ was laid, and then I was able to move on with that foundation and start the foundation of a house and family and job and all that.
Ending up at Crossroads, I feel was something that God wanted me to do in my life, because without Crossroads, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
It's great to have them get jobs. It's great to have them learn how to work together, but I'll tell you, there's nothing greater than to see them look at themselves through Jesus' eyes and see themselves how He sees them.
Ask yourself, what are your skills and abilities that apply to this job opening?
The entire four-phase education program at Crossroads has been evolving over the past few years. Pastor Dave literally rewrote the manual they're now using. Much of what is in there he learned from his challenges he faced in his own life after his dad disappeared when he was very young. The PRP, or Positive Restart Program, is now the Positive Resilience Program.
And I use the illustration in my classes of the difference between a rubber ball and an egg. You drop them both, one of them is crushed and ruined, the other just bounces back. We all have to be resilient, and oftentimes people come here because they haven't been able to be resilient, and they're down, they're discouraged, they're beaten down.
He goes through steps about what we should do and what we shouldn't do. And we give money, what we can, to them to save for us, because going back out there getting started could be hard. And at least you'd have that to fall back on.
That they just need to start back over, and that's what Crossroads is all about, is giving them a restart and building up their money to be able to start over again and have a more successful life.
Crossroads has seen more and more families with children coming to stay. In 2013, they helped 78 different families with 156 children.
We got here and everything just totally changed. Me and the kids play more and heard me talk more. And
they've been incredibly gracious to my kids. You know, my kids are comfortable, so, you know, that makes us more comfortable. And when we do leave, we want to know that when we leave, it's permanent.
I see what parents have gone through and the opportunity that we have to change generations. It can be the very thing that stops and interrupts that cycle.
For some, their visit at Crossroads is quite short. For others, they're here for more than a year. The average stay, though, is about 60 days.
Not putting a time frame on people allows people to do it at their own pace, and they're going to grow with what they feel is beneficial to them. I think once you start to put the pressure on some of them, that's when they back away. So we give them that opportunity to do it at their own pace, and they're gonna figure it out.
Crossroads has enabled me to stand in one place and move forward.
What you call the staff, I just think of them as one of us. They're fantastic, and they're willing to help you in any way they can. So I'm well blessed. Yes, I am.
If you are interested in donating money, time, or items, please call, visit crossroadsmission.com, or stop by either center.
I don't know where I would be. I have no idea. More than likely not somewhere, you know, that's a blessing like this place.
Because sometimes people come in here so broken, you don't even recognize that they're people sometimes. And then once they get that little bit of hope in there, you see the light turn on. And then once that light turns on, you see the door open. And then that door is open, and then you can fill them with all sorts of beautiful things. And then they walk out that door full of that, and hopefully they'll make it.
It opens your eyes and makes you grow up. You know, no matter where we go, I'll always be grateful to Crossroads.
This is just an affirmation of prayer, a positive attitude, and surrounding yourself by good people. And I found it all here.